Hi everybody. Today we're going to be doing another video on planting. But I realized that I forgot to introduce myself to you. My name is Dawn, and I've been gardening since the age of 5. I was introduced to it by my mother. She was an apartment community manager, so we moved around a lot. The places that we moved into normally had to be brought up. She took apartment complexes that were a little bit run down, and she brought them up to top level. This is what she did all her life. Plus, she was an oil rig inspector. I'm also a home remodeling contractor. I've worked for a man who's done this for 40 years. I've been working for him for 14 years before that. Many members of my family are contractors. My father was a contractor's contractor. He could do things that no other contractor could do. He would make the guys on TV shows look like a bunch of hacks. So, I also want to share with you today the different arrangement I made on my table to clear out more room. Now, when it comes to what type of table to use when you're doing seedlings, lilies, and things, I'm going to show you that today because there's a lot of expensive setups out there. I'm like many of you out there, I don't have that kind of resources to go out and do these things that other people do. So I take what I have and I use it. And today I'm going to be showing you that. The one thing I'm going to be showing you today is a mistake that I made and how I'm going to fix it. This is a double petal orange daylily that one of our clients had dug up. He was trying to separate them and stuff, and I said, well, if you're not going to do anything with them, then, please let me have them. I have places that I can put them. I cleaned them off. They were sitting outside for a while. I cleaned them off, had one of the boys take it to the basement, and I totally forgot about it. And the result is that a lot of these bulbs, these tubers, have begun to rot. Now, I'm going to zoom in for you so you can see this. Move this back here. Now, you see how I'm able to squeeze these and to squeeze the top of this? That's not very good. That shows me that, it's going to rot, and no matter what I do with it, if I stick it in the ground at this particular point in time, it's not going to be good. So what we're going to do is we're going to check each one of these to make sure that none of them are solid. So they're all pretty bad. So we're going to take a pair of clippers. Now these are Ace Hardware clippers, and I love these because they can extend the handles on them, push up, and the handles can extend into bush clippers. These are Ace Hardware. It doesn't matter what type you use as long as they're sharp and that you're dipping them in alcohol in between each plant that you're using, because if a plant has a disease and you're cutting plants, you want to make sure that you're not transferring disease from one plant to another. My favorite clippers to use are Corona clippers. They're rather expensive, but they last for a very long time. They're very durable. So we're going to cut off all of these dead pieces here. And I'm not going to stop the video and restart it because I see a lot of people do this, and people miss out on important things in these videos because they're stopping and starting and stopping and starting. So we're going to do this. Annie, that's my shepherd. I'm sorry. She's moving the ironing board that I have my computer sitting up on. And I have my Doberman Piggy coming up underneath my arm. Check to see what I'm doing. Annie, stop. Piggy, what are you doing? Piggy. Piggy's name is actually Dolly. We call her Piggy because she eats everything, including plants in the backyard she's not supposed to eat. Now, I'm going to zoom in a little bit more so you can see something here. If you look closely, I'm sorry about the blurriness. If you look closely, you can see that there's some roots starting to grow out of this, which is a good thing because this means that this thing right here is still good. Now the top's a little mushy. We're going to cut that back right now to about that, to the healthy part. Okay, we're going to take this and we're going to dump it over here. And we already have our trays ready. Now, these are trays that you can buy online. 50 of them will probably cost you $3.50. But you know, if you go to your local nursery and ask to buy them, they normally have them in sleeves from where they order them, and they'll sell them to you at a little bit above their cost. And they're actually wonderful because they got the drainage holes in them already. And you can put larger items like this in it. Like this. Okay? Now, the one thing I'm going to show you today, this has already been pre-wetted, is this. It's called Root Boost. Now, you could actually just go ahead and stick this in. You can actually just go ahead and stick this in, and it'll grow because this isn't a non-soil growing medium. Come on, Piggy. This does have nutrients in it, so it will help to feed the plant. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little bit of this, we're going to sprinkle it around the edges of the plant. This helps to stimulate root growth. And you don't want a whole bunch of it, just enough. They say you should actually take it and dip it in there. I'm not too worried about it. It's kind of expensive, so use it sparingly. If you're doing clippings and growing things from clippings, you would use this. And it just basically helps stimulate root growth. Oh, hi, Piggy. Hi. We're going to open up the hole here. And we are going to set it in here. Push the dirt in around it. And if we need to add a little bit more dirt, we will. I have some down here. Okay. We're going to add a little bit more. Kind of push it down. Now it's already wet enough, so we're not going to worry about it. Try to keep that little root top open so we don't encourage rot. Turn this so people can see this. And all the instructions for root boost are right underneath the label. Now, if you want to know what kind of planting medium I'm using Epsom Organic Planting Mix. And, well, hello. And I bought this at Anderson's, and I just found out today that Anderson's will be closing. It's rather sad. I really do like the company. They have great products and great prices. Come on, Piggy. Oh, no, you can't have Mommy plant. You don't have thumbs. You don't have thumbs. I know, it's horrible. It's horrible. No. Come on, off. You're being cool. So this is step one. Hopefully we'll be able to save this. It's not mushy. It's not partially deteriorated already. So that's a good thing. So you should be able to save this one. So we're going to move this over here. And what I'll do is I'll just keep going through these. And I'm going to, once again, check these one by one. Now, this one's pretty solid, so we're going to snap this off and set it aside. We're going to, set it down here. because we can plant that on its own, and it should actually do pretty well. But I'm just gonna go ahead and snap these off instead of cutting them. Oops. Sorry, I'm not used to the camera yet. So we have this, and you can see there's a little bit of life coming out of this. Hi, Piggy. Are you saying hello to everyone? Are you saying hello to everyone, Piggy? So we're going to kind of wet this down. Sprinkle a little bit of root star on it. Actually. And I suggest you use different types and stuff for the root start, in case you're spreading disease from one to the other. And bring this over here. Better yet, use a paintbrush, a little tiny paintbrush, like a hobbyist paintbrush, if you can. I'm going to press dirt in around there. A little bit more dirt. And there you have it. Now, what we can also do is, with the smaller ones that we've saved, we can dip these in the root boost and plant them in the smaller cups. So we want to do like I showed you in the other video, kind of press down, make sure that a huge amount of that water is out and it's not soaking. Roll it around. Dip it in a little bit of root boost. Okay. So I'm still trying to get used to this camera stuff. Root boost. Stick it down in. A little bit more dirt on top. And I'm not going to let the dirt on top because there's already enough water in there that it should be able to soak up some more. And so this is what we're going to do. This is how it's done. I'm going to put this over here on the tray. And one by one we're going to go through these. Now, this one, the whole entire thing is soft. So I'm not going to use this because it's already started to rot. That one's still pretty good. Like this. There's my root boost. Stick it down in here. And I'm going to do multiples on this, just so we can get it rooted and get started. I'll put 3 in each cup. Now this one is already growing a little leaf. Hi, Piggy. Are you helping Mommy? Are you helping Mommy? Are you helping Mommy? Yes, I love you. Come on, you can't help Mommy. You can't help Mommy. Now, I don't know if I explained this earlier about using tables. Please use carved tables, not your good tables or a door that's on 2 workhorses in order to have your seedlings out on the table. You don't want to end up damaging your beautiful table. Now here, let's see. You can see that there's roots growing out there. See? So we're going to get a larger container for this one. and I roll it around. To get my root. Root top. There we go. Press all that water out of there. It's kind of hard to do planting when you're going to be sitting on one of these arms. That's okay. Oh, I get kisses all the time. Peggy's been a little bit sick because she gets out into the yard, our far backyard, and sometimes eats things she's not supposed to eat. I try to keep poisonous plants or toxic plants that you should not have in your dogs out of the backyard. Unfortunately, there's people, my neighbors grow stuff and they're entitled to grow what they want. And she'll find it in their yard and eat it, won't you? Yes, won't you? Okay, so this is how you save daylilies that have had, that you've forgotten about or rotting. Sorry for saying so much. Piggy here, my wonderful Doberman, I went to get her by the collar and put her in her kennel. She decided to run the other way and jerked a knot in my back. And so I'm in a little bit of pain. Yes, I know it would not need the attention. I have a German Shepherd and a Doberman, and the German Shepherd is very stoic. The Doberman is rather... We're going to empty this out and keep working. So that's how you try to save daylilies. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the camera. So I'm sorry for you guys with vertigo. I do apologize. I also remember the Nutria that I showed you in the other video to help keep the mold away from your seedlings and the gnats. They say try not to water too much, try not to let your plants get too wet. It would help control the mold, or use non-organic based plant potting mix or mediums. I don't like doing that for the simple reason being that you're having to rely upon chemicals for the plants to have any form of nutrients. So I'm going to pick up the camera here, and I'm going to show you my different layout. And I'm going to explain to you about lighting. Now, sorry for making you dizzy here. As you can see, the table is now far more organized. I went to the grocery store and I found the silver trays that allow me to get optimum room with my seedlings. Now at the grocery store they charge $3.69 for 2 of these aluminum trays. I went to Family Dollar, and Family Dollar had 2 of the exact same aluminum trays for $1. Now, as you'll see, I also added aluminum foil to the windows. This will help reflect the light back onto the plants. Yes, I do have a Florida room out back, but it doesn't get a bunch of sun until summer. And then it looks like a hot house. Now, let me show you my lighting system here. These are small little lights that you can pick up for probably $3.99 at Home Depot. If you go to a resale shop, they probably have them cheaper there. Just make sure that you are checking the wiring to make sure that they are in really good condition. And as you can see, I have these sitting on top of buckets. Tidy Cat, that came from my boss's house. My tools as a salesman contractor, and a Home Depot bucket. Now you want to put heavy objects or a couple bricks or rocks, really heavy rocks at the bottom of these when you do your lighting, because you don't want them falling over and catching fire. Okay? Now, for optimum lighting, you would have a grow light like no more than an inch above the tops. And then as the plant grows, you move it up, move it up, move it up, move it up. Unfortunately, and you can actually do this with a plastic shelf and like workshop lights with grow lights in them. It's like a mainstream, it's a medium range cost. You can also find a bunch of things online on how to use PVC to do this, so on and so forth. The reason that you put lighting so close to the plants is so they don't get leggy. Well, I don't have a problem with the plants getting leggy because I know how to fix this. You still use the same root boost. You put it in another pot. You dip it in below the line of the plant a little bit, but you can only keep the plant, the soil, damp because you don't want to rot out the stem. The bulbs that I use are from Lowe's. They're probably the most expensive thing. They actually cost more than the lights. Now, having the aluminum, let me show you this, having the aluminum trays helps catch water, helps keep your table more organized than what plates do because you don't have room in between the plates. But it also helps to reflect the light back up and onto the plants. So, in this, let me find her. This is Piggy. This is my Doberman. She's the one. Oh, you got dirt. What do you have on your nose? You silly dog. So that's Piggy. And the one guarding the food back there, Annie. Annie, look at Mama. That's Annie. That's my boss's nice shared dog. Yes, see, I'm protecting my food from Piggy because she eats everything. So, as you can see, you can do lighting cheap affordably. You don't have to use things that you don't have. You can use things you just have sitting around your house. My best advice is just please make sure, think about safety where the lights can't fall over. There we go. I'm sorry, I'm holding the camera crooked. Probably causing a lot of people have vertigo too. There's all the things I got to take care of tomorrow. My back's hurting a little bit too much tonight. I'm sorry if I sound like a heavy breather. But the muscle that was injured is actually one of the ones that wrap around my lungs and it's hard to breathe. So, as I said, cheap, easy, not much you can do. These are the cannas that are growing. The seedlings. I'll show you the seedling here. This is the seedlings. And they've grown a tremendous amount just from the other day when I did this video. So thank you, God bless, have a wonderful day, and keep learning. Bye-bye.